Yo, big up yourselves and welcome back to the channel. Big up all the new subscribers as well. We are shooting up, well, not shooting up, but we're still getting there nicely. Still on the way to that 5k. If you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. That will make you a legend, just like the rest of everybody who's here. That doesn't make sense, but still, we move. So yeah, welcome back, episode 3, big up yourselves. Today, in this video, I'm saying today, it's gonna be a week for me, but today for you, in the next 20 minutes-ish, we're gonna be insulating, boarding, and plastering all the inside of the studio room. If you watched the last episode, we sorted all the electrics out. Episode before that, we sorted all the pad out and the studio itself got built. If you haven't seen the previous episode, I'll put it up here somewhere, check that out. Big up yourselves. So I'm going to go and get the gear out. I'm absolutely soaked. I'll tell you more about that in a second. But I'm going to go get the gear while I am run the ting. Oh, what was that? Why are you soaked, Jack? I thought you'd never ask. I've been putting gutter in her. I'll show you in a minute. If it's up training, ever. But yeah, just putting a bit of gutter in her. What am I doing? Why am I putting gutter in her? I've just blagged it as well, without a level or anything. I'm such a cowboy, but it's getting done. You know what I mean? We're saving money. We're doing bits ourselves. We are getting there. So my plan today is to fill all of these bays with insulation. That includes the ceiling. So we're going to be putting rock wool in all the walls. Really, we should be using Celotex, but I cannot afford Celotex. So we're using loft insulation. If there's a difference, don't tell me. I don't want to know. The money, the price of Celotex now is ridiculous. But I'll show you the plan anyway, and I reckon it'll be fine. So we're using 100mm thermal insulation for all of the walls and in the ceiling bays. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is cutting an entire roll down to the length that I need. So we're going to measure the inside of the bays, 58, 58, 57. So if I cut a roll at 58, we know that it's at least going to do those two. Each roll does around 8.3 meters squared. So I don't know. But there's a few of these that are different sizes, like you can see here. These shorter ones, we're going to have to cut it down even more. But I'm thinking, for the bits that don't fit anywhere else, we can wedge them up in between the, I don't know, the void, the overhang, maybe. So we've got an overhang this way. This is about 2 foot. That's where the downlights are going. And then we've got a couple of inches, about 6 inches that side, which we can also fill. But I'm hoping we can just continue one roll right the way through. But like I say, the bits that are left over, we'll just push them down. So once all the walls are completely covered and all the bays covered in the insulation, we're then going to be putting a vapour barrier around the whole room. So we're going to be stapling it up the walls, across the ceilings, and joining any of the seals up with a bit of tape. The plan behind the vapour barrier is if any moisture is in the walls, it can't come through to the plasterboard. And also because we're going to have heating in here, the heat mixing with the outside air is going to cause condensation. That vapour barrier should stop the two temperatures meeting. Something like that, I don't know. But that's what we need, and that's what we're doing. Now this insulation, I haven't opened it up yet. I do know some of them have got a lot of dust to them. What I'm going to do is give it a cut first. If there's a dust everywhere, I'm going to be going and getting a mask and some gloves. It does say low dust, but we all know what that means. I'm going to get caked in it, but I will go and get a mask if it gets bad. So we've got our measurement of 58 centimetres. What I'm going to do is literally cut through the entire roll with the wood saw. There might be different ways of doing this. This might be wrong. Let me know if it is. I haven't got a clue. I've just Googled and asked my mates who do this sort of thing. And I've seen people do it before. So let's get it cut at 58. First obstacle hit. They meant to get that to stay in there. No idea. No idea. What I'm probably going to do is screw some screws up, sides and above, just to hold it back a little bit. Put a 4-inch screw in just a tiny little bit into the wood, just to support it a little bit. Let it, I don't know, hold it in a bit. That's all I can think of. That's what I'm doing. Listen, them screws are working, man. You're on about? So, I've just got all this left to do. BRB. Let's get this done. You don't need to watch all this. I'll get it all blasted out and then we'll come back when there's something else to do. We're getting somewhere now, kids. We are getting somewhere. And I've been putting those screws in to hold it. Rang my mate. He said, you got a stapler, just staple it. Yeah. Oh my God, I did not think that'd hold. I'll just put staples in, look, every now and then, just to pin it. What a G. Run out of insulation, but this is where we've got. So I've got one more bay up here to fill. Everywhere else is done, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to fill. I've got little bits like that which I could do with putting a bit in, but one roll's doing 3 of these bays, so I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then the one over there, which will make it 3. That should be all of it then. And then this is the vapour barrier that I was talking about. So what I've done, dragged it across. Where's the joists? There. Stapled it all the way down. You can roughly see where I've stapled it anyway. And then wherever our cable is, I've just made a little slit in the vapour barrier. I can put some tape around that, like an amalgamating, I don't know what it's called. Some tape anyway, just to cover it. And then, yeah. So that's got to go right the way around the building. Right the way around. And then where it joins, I'm going to just put some tape on. Just to seal any gaps and things like that. So we've got a barrier that one, right the way around, and then the whole ceiling, and then where it overlaps, I'll just tape across. Hopefully, that's what you're meant to do. Like I say, I've never done this before. Hopefully it's the right thing to do. If not, I'm sure somebody's going to let me know in the comments, but then it'll be too late anyway. And it's done. That is about, looks like I'm in a murder scene or something, doesn't it? That's about as much as I'm going to get done today. It's 6:30. I'm going to go and have my tea now. And then I'm going to pick up some more insulation tomorrow or the day after. It's got to be ready for Sunday. It is Tuesday now and the plaster is coming Sunday. So as long as it's ready for then, I don't care. My plan for this little lip here is wait till the boards are on and then just run the knife straight down through everything. I might even just leave it underlapped under the floor, because all this is having on is insulation on the floor, like a little thin, that green fibrous stuff. I think, I don't really know, I haven't thought that far yet, but basically I'll just leave that in as long as I can and then cut it off at the end. This is what I was up to, look. Got soaked. I've had to absolutely bodge it just to bring it out far enough for the rubber roof just to overlap and fall into it. But basically, yeah, I had to put that up there, and then I've put a down pipe down there, and then just an open shoe or whatever it's called at the bottom, just to let it come out, and it's working nice. Because if we didn't do that, this is what happens. So this is where all the water's been falling down and just bounced off the floor back up to the wood, and over time that is just going to get absolutely knackered. So yeah, look at that. Hit me up if you want any guttering doing. Nice. Right kids, we're 2 days in front now, and as you can see,
that's posh.
It's done. We're all sheeted up, we're done, we're nice. So where it's joined and where the staples are, I've just put a bit of tape on. I did say I was using a special tape. I haven't, I've used parcel tape. But I've covered everywhere where the spots are. I've covered the sockets. I haven't done that one yet, so I'm lying. And I haven't done that one. But everywhere else I have done. Taped around as much as I can, which should give it that water tightness or air tightness. I'm not sure, I don't know what it's for. Taped over where the spots are, the speaker, all the little staple holes. Making it nice. Hopefully I've done the right thing. I'm sure somebody's going to tell me in the comments that I haven't, but this is what I was told to do, so this is what I have done. So the insulation's underneath, and then this vapour barrier. Apparently it's a vapour barrier. It's just polythene, but a certain gauge, so 500 gauge or 500 something. I don't know. You're watching this and I ain't got a clue. Have we? We ain't got a clue, have we?
No.
No. We're blagging it. I've blagged it till now, so why not? And now it's story time. I've got a funny story to tell you. Stop pulling faces. That's not funny, but I've got a funny story. So, my mate, who used to do insulation and things like this as a job, text him. I've said, first of all, can you get me an insulation? He couldn't, so I bought it. Gutted. But we move. Anyway, text him on the night, first night I'd started, I was itching. And I mean itching. I couldn't sense it at first, but as soon as I finished, oh my God, I couldn't stop scratching. So I text him, best way to stop the itch. He texts me back. Oh, I know the perfect thing, we used to always do it. Make sure the shower's red hot, get in, turn the shower down to cold. Sound? There's Jack, red hot, gets in, boiling, turned it down to cold, had my shower, got out. If I'd have waited one more minute, there was another text on my phone. I'm only joking, mate, don't do that, it's the worst thing you can do. I've already done it. I'm itching. I'm still itching now, it's like 3 days after. So, I text him back, you're an idiot, basically. A lot harsher than that, but. And then he texts me back again. I'll tell you what else will help, mate. I'll help you now because I feel a bit bad. Get a high vis, rub it on your skin. Jack gets a high vis, rubs it on his skin. This is no better at all, probably worse. He texts me 2 hours later. Yeah, that's the worst thing he could have done as well. That's not helping. That's making it worse. You clown. So yeah, I've been itching for 3 days. But yeah, this is done now. So insulation's done, vapor barrier's done, it's ready for boarding. My mate's coming tomorrow to bring the boards. Hopefully tomorrow anyway, if he finishes early enough. He's going to bring the boards and we're going to start boarding it. Hopefully I'll get a bit of that on camera if he's not camera shy. He said he'd come on. He's not going to talk, but he's going to come on. Hopefully we get him to talk, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just got to be boarded now, scrim taped, and then plastered. It's getting plastered the weekend, so it's Thursday now. Hopefully tomorrow we get the boards here, which is Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday he's plastering it, which gives it a couple of days to dry, and then we'll get a whitewash all over it, and then we can start the second fixing, which will be the next video. I just thought I'd show you quickly. While I've been working in here at night, I've been using these Luseco, I never know how to say it, tripod lights, which is mint. It's just plug in, 240, it's nice, really bright. I think they're 30 watts each. Yeah, 30 watts, and they got a little switch underneath to turn them individually on and off. It's been absolutely mint, to be fair. I know it's filthy because I left it on a site and the builders have been using it. Cheers lads, nice, cheers, thanks a lot. But yeah, it's perfect if you wanted to grab yourself one. I was just letting you know. Saturday morning. He's been busy, hasn't he, Ollie? Jesus. So yesterday I was at a meeting at BG and got back. Zoe and Ollie carried all the boards in, and check this out. He's boarded most of it. Look at this. Hey, come on. He's going to bring some more boards with him today, and that's going to get this last bit done. So I've been round and screwed all the extra screws in. He just put a few in to hold it there, and I've just followed him with the screws just to make sure everything's nice. All these joints have got to be taped with the scrim tape, and then on these edges, he said we could put a bead on, which is, it like covers the end of the board, so it'd be a metal finish, but I said there's no point taking them back off and doing all that crap. So we're just going to put an end bead on, and then I'll run some silicone right round all the windows and doors. Probably about 4mm of silicone, but I think it'll look a bit better, and it should just stay like that then. Well, whether I use cork or silicone, I don't really know yet. One of them expands and moves and things, so I don't know. I'm making it up as I go. So Ollie should be here in a minute, bring the rest of the boards in. I'm going to get this room tidied out a bit for him so it's not just full of crap. Yeah, see you in a sec. Boarded now, just got to have the beads put on and the tape put round. Look how out of line that is, how out of level they've built that. Bad at it, but Big Ollie will fix it, don't worry about that, you know what I mean? All the cables are brought through, roughly the same sort of height so that I can cut the boxes in. Fuse boards have been cut through, cables there have been put through. The only one in the ceiling we've brought through is that one, which is a camera. Obviously, if I drill a little 20mm hole, I'm never going to get my fingers up and find that. All the other ones I can get off hand up or something to find the cables. So yeah, just taper up now and chuck some mud up it. So Big Ollie's chucked the first coat on the ceiling. Apparently, plaster needs 2 coats. Didn't know that. But yeah, ceiling's nice, chucked on. I've been going around and taping all the joints up. These corners are terrible. And the roof's terrible. It's just not level like. Obviously didn't check it, did they? It's nice like, but you know, I'd have checked it and made it mint. But you already know that. You already know I'd have done a mint job. So yeah, ceiling's on first coat. It's got to have another one. I think it has to dry a bit first. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just being a nuisance, you know. The windows, we've gone for just end beads. So there'll just be a little metal rim around there. And then I can just fill the rest with a bit of silicone, or I might just get some plastic trim to go over the top and round it. This has all got to come off when it's done. I'll cut all this tape off, get rid of it all off the windows and give them a nice clean up. I've had to put some little pieces below all the windows and door just to carry the skirting across so that it's the same sort of depth. If you are a Sparky, I would recommend just doing a bit with a plasterer, because you get to notice the different things that affect it, sort of thing. So where your cables are hanging out, obviously you see that that makes it harder. If you call up in the box, it makes them a lot easier. It's different on here because there's no boxes in the wall. But it's nice to see, and it's nice obviously to help the next trade coming, even though plasterers don't. This one does though, yeah. Jeez, look at them. That's mint, eh? Ceiling's done, 2 coats. Didn't know it needed 2, but they're having 2. It's nice, eh? This is the beading we've gone for. Ollie's not happy, but it's what I said to do. So yeah, just an end bead there, and then what I'm going to do once it's plastered, I'll fill this with silicone or cork or something like that. He wanted to put the ones on to make the end of the boards metal, but you know, do as the customer says, don't you all?
You do.
Yeah, so that's what he's done. It's nice. So he's coming back tomorrow to finish off, hopefully. That's it really. That's all I've got to show you. But it's coming on and it's looking nice. We are done and we are plastered. That is another big step to getting this complete. As you can see, the ceiling's nearly dry that we did yesterday. I say we, I didn't do anything. That Ollie did yesterday. He's cleaned all the window frames. He's given the windows a scrub to get the plaster off. Obviously, we've just got to clean them finally to get the last bit of dust off, but we'll do that last. But yeah, it's looking absolutely mint. Big up Ollie. He was moaning about me leaving these because he wanted it to look cleaner. So he's cleaned everywhere, scraped the bits of plaster off the floor. Obviously he sheeted up anyway, so it's not, it wasn't a lot of mess to clean up. It's just dust and things like that. But we'll give it a hoover. I told him to leave the green bits because I wanted to leave them on, which he wasn't happy about for his photos for Instagram. But yeah, we move. Looks absolutely mint, yeah. I am going to leave Ollie's Instagram link in the description. If you want to check it out, if you can give him a follow, that would be awesome. But yeah, he's a really good plasterer. We recommend him everywhere we go. So if you are in the Midlands and you need a plasterer, Ollie's your boy. Ollie's your boy at Bell's Plastering. But yeah, give him a follow from the description. That is it for this video. I was going to squeeze the painting in, but Zoe's just going to literally chuck white everywhere. You'll see it on the next video anyway. So the next video will be the second fix electrics. That's me. That's all me, baby. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to finally getting it done. The flooring, we're still not decided on. Obviously the walls and everywhere is going white. What I'll probably be doing with the floor is just getting some ply down and getting some cheap lino on, just to get it done really. I did want vinyl click, but it's mega money, like everything is. Big up yourselves for watching this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed doing it. Well, not the insulation or the Vapour barrier. I've enjoyed talking to Ollie though. That's about it. Yeah, big up yourselves. Leave a little like, leave a comment, let me know what you think, let me know how we're getting on. If there was things that I could have done differently with the Vapour barrier, the insulation, things like that, let me know. I know it'll make no difference now, but for people watching this, they might read through the comments and they'll find the right way to do it, unlike this. This could be the right way, hopefully it is. Big up yourselves, see you later, ta-ra.